Hello, everyone. Good morning and good evening in your time. Welcome to my show, Lilivet Channel. So now I'm ready to interview 53 Shades Darker in the Philippines because I know he's on the studio. So let me in first, guys, and let's enjoy with him in my show. So hold on, guys. Hello, 53 Shades. Sorry, I'm
I,
late, huh?
oh, that's okay. That's okay.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm good. So, good morning and welcome to my show, Lilivet Channel.
Good morning. Good morning.
So, I'm very grateful, to have you on my show.
I'm glad to be here.
Hi, Poots. Thank you for coming, Poots. So, how is your day stay in Cebu City? As
Um, it's. I mean, just like a normal life. I don't go out all the time. I pretty much, whenever I feel like, making a video, or if I happen to need to go out and get something, I live pretty normal, just like, just normal. So
Oh, okay. So that's nice because uh you really want to stay, stay like, like Frank. We just go out, he just go outside if he needed to go outside. But so far he
right,
enjoys stay here in the Philippines.
yeah, I,
So
I'm. I want to see
yeah.
that Corvette. I would like to see that Corvette.
Yeah. Uh, me too, me too. Oh my God. You know what, Karen, he always missed that, he always missed that, his Corvette. So,
Yeah.
well, it's just like I don't really have a luck, to do that, but they tore me down. So what can I do? What can I do? I did my best to answer all the questions, but the system don't really don't really go on my side. So
Are,
we try another time.
are you talking about going to the U.S.?
Yeah. So
Oh. Hmm.
I, well, I I do I have I had an interview with in the US embassy, but it's just like sad to say that they turned me down. So I told Frank that I do my very very best to answer all the questions, but I thought that's enough. Okay. No matter how
Yeah.
you good, no matter how you good, to answer, but the system and the person itself, that the interviewer. So if they don't like you to go on the on the states, but you have you have no
Yeah.
choice. That's
That's kind of
that's
bad.
the pro.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah. They make it so strict. They
Mm-hmm.
love you guys. They don't want you to leave.
Yeah. That's the problem, that because they opened the borders. you know some from Venezuela, I think, from Chicago. They opened the borders for that. But it's just like, this is one thing that I question. I asked Frank that why, US, they select people Filipino because we're alliance. Okay, so instead of doing that, of course they give they give more chance for those alliance or allied country. But
Yeah.
sad to say, well,
Wow.
I
I thought it was easier if you actually got married in the Philippines than it is the K-1 visa. I thought it was easier.
No, well, I try, that's tourist visa because that's the purpose. We go to tourist visa because we think that
Yeah.
tourist visa it's easy, but like I said, that it's on the hand of the interviewer. It's on the hand of the interviewer because
Yeah.
I just wonder, I answer all the question. I prepare for that the question. But they said that what they ask, that's you better
Mm.
answer honest. But I don't know. But it's easy for for the interviewer to tell me that sorry, mom, I can't give you a visa. So
Well,
okay.
most of my friends that I know that's done it, like I would say 90% of my friends that's done it, they've they were successful just by getting married here, and then that's it. Because once you're if you're married and your husband leaves, just say he leaves. Once he leaves, you're a married couple. They can't hold you back. They can't hold you back because you have to be with your spouse. So that's why
Mhm.
it's a lot easier if you're married, because once he leaves, you have to follow because that's your husband, and they know
Yeah.
that. They know that. So you go right. You get there right away because I'm telling you, like 90% of my friends that's done it, they tell me do not do the K-1 visa because for one thing it takes longer, and also it takes longer. And when you get to the U.S., you have to wait a year to work. But if you marry here in the Philippines, and he leaves and he petition for you, you just have to file a petition for you to come. Once you file a petition, they're gonna let you go because that's your husband.
Yeah,
That's
makes
how it
sense.
works.
Yeah, makes sense. So we try, first we try to apply, the spousal visa, but the thing is, Frank need to file a, income tax because one of the requirements for that. So he
Yeah,
has to do things for that. So we try, we try the tourist visa, but
it'll work.
yeah.
It's gonna play out how it's supposed to play out. If you're supposed to be here, maybe it's better that you don't go to the U.S. It's a reason why it's happening. Everything happens for a reason, I believe. So it's
Mhm.
gonna happen when it happens, and if it's not happening right now, it's just not time. That's just how
Yeah,
I think.
yeah, I think so. I think I agree what you said that, there's a reason. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
especially now that, Frank always, always watch news, what's going on in the States, it's kind of a
Mhm.
scary. It's kind of a
Yeah,
scary.
it is. I don't even want to go. I don't even want to go back, and I really don't. I'm going back in June, but it's only going to be a short. It's only going to be a short visit there, and then I'm coming back because I have a lot of things that's still over there. I have cars. I have, retired police officer. So I have a lot of things that police officers have. Yeah, I don't want to say stuff on live, but I have a lot of things over there. I have a truck, brand new truck. I have a Honda. I have things I have to take care of, and I'm trusting people to watch my things, drive my vehicles, not put too many miles on them, and take care of things over there. So I have a house over there, things like that. So my
Yeah.
plan. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just like all same what Frank think that he's been for almost 5 years, Karen, and then he's wonder he worry about the tire of his Corvette if it's if it's flat or he has two brand new big bike, okay, So I don't know for almost 5 years if it's, the tire is still has a air.
You look at this. Let me tell you how bad it is. Three years ago, you heard of Walmart, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
I hear
Walmart
that.
have this Walmart. Yeah, whoever's listening, I buy things at Walmart. Yeah, so I buy things at some little knickknacks here and things like that. But Walmart had a 70-inch TV for Black. Was it Black Friday or I don't know the name of that, but it's like a special day. I think it's on a Thursday. I think it's Black Friday or something they call it. They had a
Mm-hmm.
TV on sale, a 70-inch TV 3 years ago, and it was only like $350, and they had a limited amount. So I bought one of those TVs 3 years ago, and that TV is still in my storage in the box, never opened.
Mm-hmm.
70-inch Samsung TV.
TV.
Yeah. So I feel what I feel him, you wonder how your things are being kept over there, if the tires are flat or, hope nobody didn't wreck my truck. I have a lifted Chevy Silverado, uh, um, and it's really, really nice, and I trust somebody to take care of it for me. And I've been away for since August. So, you know,
Yeah, just what Frank said, that you have something in common, because that's what also he think. My goodness. So that's
yeah.
kind of a, well, it is just like, the main one thing that, I also talk to, hi, you wish, thank you for coming, and Jane, the ultimate Filipina, thank you for coming, guys. So Frank, I talked to him. No, it's okay, Frank, I'm okay, just go on the States, do something that you need to do, because I don't want also to him, to worry things that, he left in the States. But he has the words that, no, I don't want, to leave you alone, sweetheart. So it's okay for me, but he has the word that, to stand, that, no, I don't want to leave my wife. So
Yeah,
so
yeah. Hey,
that's,
let me say
okay,
hello to Jane, the ultimate
okay,
Filipina. Tell her I said
okay,
hello, and you'd wish. Thank you for
okay.
coming by the live. I can't see
Mhm.
them. I mean, I can't see their comments, but
Well, I'm using, I'm okay. Let me pop out. Okay, that's, you'd wish, she said that you're very macho.
oh, I, I don't think so. Thank you though. I appreciate it.
Okay, from Frank, paying bills here in the US just like me. Yeah, Frank. Okay, so Karen, so let's start to our discussion. So are you ready for my question for you?
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to answer these questions and like what kind of tactic I'm gonna use because I know they're going to be hot ones.
Okay, so you're ready for the hot set, huh?
I'm ready for the hot seat.
Okay, so let's start. So question number one. Is
Okay.
this your first time in the Philippines?
No, it's not. I've been here to the Philippines about 6 times.
6 times.
About six
Okay.
times, yes.
So, what I mean, are you first time going to Cebu City?
Um, no, this I've been to Cebu before. This is the first time that I've ever been to Lapu-Lapu. So I live here now. Well, I have this condo, and during my off times, like 6 months here and then 6 months in the U.S., um, this is the place that I'm going to be staying at. I was thinking about buying another condo in Iloilo, because I've been
Mm-hmm.
there before and it's pretty. I like it. I like it a lot. This place is nice, and I like it,
Mm-hmm.
but I like Iloilo also. I've stayed over there before, so I'm thinking about getting something over there also.
Okay, so they said that Iloilo is cheaper living than Cebu, like Lapu-Lapu. Now Lapu-Lapu starts become crowded than the Metro Cebu.
Um, I don't know. The last time I stayed in Iloilo, I stayed close to the Mega World, and it was pretty much the same as it is here. So I don't know about cheaper. It's like here, it's if you're renting here, it's like 4,500 pesos a night.
Mm, okay.
And over at the Savoy Hotel, which is right across the street from me, you've been to this Mega World complex, right?
I just no, I just went to Cebu, just in Metro Cebu, not in Lapu-Lapu, not in
Okay,
Lapu-Lapu, in Metro Cebu. I went
where
to Metro Cebu.
they have two nice hotels, the Savoy and I can't the Savoy and what's the other one? Um, can't think of the name off my head right now, but it's a nice hotel. But they run anywhere from 48 to they're really expensive. I don't see how people
Mm.
do it because they don't even give you a kitchen. You know, I think it's just because it's facing the ocean and all that stuff. But they're pretty pricey, the hotels. I think they can go anywhere from 6,000 pesos a night, somewhere like that.
Ah, okay. So good idea, Karen, that you decided to bought that unit because you stay here for you know many months, so it save a lot of money than to stay in the hotel.
Of course, yeah. So I mean, I bought this place mainly for business purposes. Of course, I'm going to be renting it out. I'm just in the process of putting everything in here right now. Most of the people that come here, either a foreigner. There's a lot of Koreans that come here. It's probably 80% Koreans, and then the rest other types of foreigners that come here, and they kind of like the high end type stuff. So having a 60-inch TV put on a wall. I just put a ceiling fan up here and a chandelier. So
Oh, okay.
kind of change it up and make it a little different, change the bathroom up, just so the people that rent can be comfortable when they come here. Because, I know how it is for Westerners, so pretty much they love the TV type thing and, stuff like that. Because I know I do. So that's the main reason. It's not just because I want to stay here, it's mainly because of business purposes.
Yeah, don't forget to put some oven on your on
I
your
have an
unit.
oven. I
Ah,
have an
okay.
oven. Yeah.
That's
I mean,
that's the problem, when me and Frank looking for the unit. Oh my goodness,
yeah.
it takes long, to find the unit that they have a oven, because they just only the two burner stove. So
No,
they don't have oven.
I don't have I don't have your traditional oven that looks like, where you open the oven, the big oven. I don't have one of those. They don't
Mhm,
the units don't come with that. I think they're afraid of fires or something. But what
mhm.
I did, I went out and bought the biggest what do you call that? It's like a convection oven because I baked some chicken in here. I made some brownies.
Wow.
Um, so I'm able to bake because I like
Hmm.
baked foods. I don't eat a lot of fried stuff.
Yeah.
So I eat a lot of baked chicken. So I baked some chicken in here, and it works pretty good. I mean, it works fine. I can bake a cake or whatever. So
Wow, that's very, sounds great. Because me, I love also, I love also food that, may, bake food. So it's more healthy.
it's more healthy.
So,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
so let me welcome Sean Williams. Hello, Sean. Thank you for coming, Sean. Okay, so let's proceed to question number two. How is life here compared to living in the US?
Less violent,
Mm,
less violent, um, less drama. Just you're always hearing the sirens. You're always hearing. I mean, I live in Las Vegas. I'm from Los Angeles, but I live in Las Vegas. And Las Vegas,
mm,
all my family is from Vegas, and I know some of them are watching right now. They're from Las Vegas, like North Las Vegas, and I always wanted to live there. So living in Los Angeles, all the people on my dad's side, most all my dad's side is in Las Vegas, and they're well known. My family actually owns, and it's kind of like morbid, but they actually own two mortuaries,
okay.
and they wanted me to work at one, and I did some volunteer stuff with them, but it's a family business. But I tell them I didn't want to do it. I didn't want really to be in too much into that, because it's like, I mean, it's a lucrative business, and it takes care of people that pass away and stuff like that, and it's a good thing, but it's just not my thing. So, but they're well known out there, and I wanted to live out there. So after I retired, I made it my business to move to Las Vegas. So over there, I got a wake up call, because Vegas is not what I thought it was. It is a lot of crime there. It's really, really bad. Um, Everybody always see the casinos and the lights and all this excitement,
Mm-hmm.
but Vegas has a dark side to it, with a lot of crime, and it's always something happening over there. And it's just a place that I actually want to move to Arizona. You know,
Okay.
certain like Chandler, Arizona, somewhere like that. It's a little different. There's crime everywhere, but there's prevalent crime in certain states, and there's just extreme crime in other states. So, but other than
Okay.
that, yeah,
So that's one thing that I don't know if you're familiar, the passport bro movement. So that's a lot of brothers that oh my God, once once they go going out of the on the matrix, they realize,
hmm,
oh my God, it's better to stay in other countries than
yeah,
than in the states,
yeah,
particularly for those black. Okay, you know what I
yeah,
mean when it comes to black people.
yeah. I do. I know what you mean. I mean, I can't say I won't say that I don't miss certain parts of Vegas, because I do. I have fun over there. There's a lot of things that you can have a lot of fun. There's a lot of excitement, a lot of entertainment, but I don't miss the the shootings and things like that, and just like break-ins. And even if you live in a nice area, you
Mm-hmm.
can't stop the flow of people coming into those areas. You just can't, and unless you're in like Beverly Hills, where the police, they stop people from coming in there. And
Mm-hmm.
so it's just, it's just crime. That's the bad thing about the United States. It's just a lot of racism and crime, and it's just
Mm-hmm.
the truth. That's just how it is.
Yeah,
And
that's right.
pretty, I'm pretty sure Frank knows what I'm talking about. If he's listening, he
Yeah.
knows what I'm talking about. We love the United States. We love our country. We both fought for the country, so we're patriots. It's just we recognize the truth, and the truth is our own country. that we fought for and love, it's like they sometimes they don't show the love back, with its
Yeah.
people, and with just some of the way things, the structure. So
Yeah, it's just like, Frank, when he go to military, and then he realized that, oh, it's better to stay, in Germany, because, nobody doing things bad than, than in Chicago that time. So the
yeah,
only thing, that he go back to Chicago because of his mom. So if it's not for his mom, he won't, he want to stay in, he want to stay in the, in Germany.
yeah, I love Germany. I was there for 4 years. I spreche Sie Deutsch. So
I don't, I don't know. Frank, I think Frank can understand what you're talking. What does it mean? Okay, Ron.
I speak the language.
Yeah.
Like if I tell him kind of onshlo diesel telephones in number. So I mean, living there, you pick up the language, you know.
Yeah.
So you pick up some stuff, and you have to know some stuff. You have to get a driver's license. Germany was great. It was. I have a lot of friends over there too. There's a lot of friends that I have over there still to this day that I keep in contact with. And the
Hmm.
people over there, mainly the girls, they love us.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. I
Yeah.
agree with that. 53 shades.
Maybe not the guys. They don't care. Well, I mean, I've never had any problems with any German guys, German men at all. Like
Mm.
being upset with us or treating us different. I had never had any problems. Um, but I know the girls, they like the military guys. You know,
So
so
Frank told me that you're Dutch of Deutschland. That's the actually that's the original name of Germany, right?
yeah, Deutschland. Yeah,
There- But American, they changed to Germany.
they changed. America, we go everywhere and change things and stuff like that. There's a
Yeah.
lot of, like I say, I love our country, but we have a lot of arrogance about
Mhm.
ourselves and things that we need to change. It's one of the, in my opinion, it's just my opinion. It's the greatest country in the world, and of course, because I'm from America, I'm gonna feel like that, and I'm proud of being an American and stuff like that. But we have our problems, and I love going to other countries, experiencing different cultures and stuff like that. And this is the place that one of the places that I really, really like being in because of the people. People are so um, they're good. Not everybody, but there's the majority, and the majority always rules. The people here are always friendly to me. I've never really had any bad experience with nobody here. So, and that's a good thing. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm here.
Here, this is one thing that, I'm proud of my people. As long as you're not doing, you're not doing bad, they're very friendly and they're very kind. So it's
Yeah.
easy for them, it's easy for them to please.
Yeah.
When they know that, you're a good person. Yeah,
Right.
it's
Right.
easy to, to please them.
Yes. True.
So let's proceed to our next question. Uh, Number 4. So you consider yourself as a passport pro?
I do. I,
Okay,
I
so here's
I
my
do.
question. Okay, so that's good. What made you want to be a passport bro?
Because of the Western women.
Hmm.
Because of the Western women, um, I would never, ever, ever in my life date another Western woman.
So I'm just
So
wonder, Karen, is that how, how bad they treated, the treated men for, for Western women? Is that
it's
how bad?
it's bad. It's bad
Oh,
because it's bad because the women, and I have five sisters. So I mean, I'm not talking about everybody because I love my sisters, my
okay.
actual blood sisters. I have five of them, and I talk to them all the time, about different things. But the women in the United States, they are spoiled and they have too much. Or when they get something, because there's a lot of opportunities in the United States for growth. There's a lot of opportunities there's jobs there. There's so many jobs. Right now there's jobs that people are not even doing, that they're looking for people to work. So, and the jobs are good paying jobs. I mean, 20, 15, 20, $25 an hour, stuff like that. Um,
Mm.
but the point is, these women, they have everything. So they feel a sense of, I don't need you, or I can do this by myself. So they forget everybody has a role. And to me, everybody has their role. You know, you play your role and I play mine. And I'm going to play my role. And if you don't want to play yours, then we're not a team.
Yeah.
You're not going to be in my role, and I'm definitely not going to be in yours. So, and that role is not to be like chauvinistic, because it's not about being chauvinistic. I'm not a chauvinistic person, but I know. Are you Catholic? You believe in the Bible, right? It's in the Bible. The man has a role, right?
Yeah.
So the women out there, they don't want to play that role. They don't want to do their part. They want to do the man's part. And when you have two men on the hill, there's going to be a battle.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
right. So I just think that when the male plays his role and the woman plays her role, it's the way it's supposed to be. Now, us men, we're open for listening, and we're open for compromising. I mean, not it's not the word compromising, but what's the word for it? I can't think of the word for it, but it's like, okay, let me weigh this out and see. She's making a lot of sense. Yeah, she's right. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Hmm.
So they both come to an agreement. But with women over there, there's no agreement. It's my way now. It's you're gonna do this. Guys are not gonna take that. So that's why so many passport bros are leaving them behind, and they're picking up these beautiful Filipinas that are willing to play that role. And a lot of them here, they do that. That's what we want. That's all we want, and we'll give you the world. You know.
Yeah, it's just like this is, I also watch some, passport pro movement show that, they always still, for, for brothers that, they're broke in dusty. So, it's just like, oh my god, no, it's not, because going to other country is not, it's not a joke. If you're broke, how can you pay, the plane ticket in the hotel accommodation?
Listen,
That's the main thing that I don't understand, why they keep saying, all passport bros are broke in that state. Oh my god. That's
let me tell you something. And for
okay.
anybody that's watching this show, or anybody that's like catching on replay, don't believe that passport bros are broke. I left my job, I retired my job making 180,000 a year. I left because I had the age to leave. The retirement was good enough for me to survive. I didn't want to do that kind of work anymore. I did it for 15 years. You know, being an officer is it's a dangerous job, and I left that job making over like 180,000 a year on my own terms. So being it has nothing to do with being broke at all. I don't know where people get that from, because a lot of us guys over here, we have either retirement or we have even two sources of income
Hmm.
come in. Not just
Yeah.
one. I have two sources. So it's not about being broke. I don't know where people think that just because we come over here, it's because we're broke. We come over here because the women, they know how to treat their man. In
Hmm.
my opinion, they know how to treat their man, and that's what we want. So they can't do it. There's women that will. So that's how it works.
Yeah, it's just like that they also the system, the system, Karen, because like Frank told me that the help from the government, that particularly for those black women, that they cannot get that welfare if the man stay in the house. So the man need to leave the house so that they can get. So it's just like, for me, it's also why they're very spoiled about that, because of the system also, that the system trigger them to treat the man bad because of that. Because it doesn't matter, because uh they don't want a man, because of they still get welfare from the government. So if the government did not do that, I'm sure they will give value for the men. So that
Um,
that's, I think that's number one also, that it trigger also for those for those women that had attitude towards the men because of the system.
you know what? I can't pinpoint why they act like that, because you can be a good man and you still get burned. So it's just I don't know. I can't answer that. I don't know why it's like that. So, but you can't let just what happened to you, keep you down. You have to just keep moving, and eventually a nice lady is gonna come through the crack. That's just how it is. And it could be it could be in the grocery store. It could be anywhere. So it's just how it is.
Yeah, it's just like once they know that a lot of brothers come to other, especially in Asia, dealing with this good and kind Asia, they get furious. You can see that like they targeted Filipina, that they said that they can't barely speak English, they're not educated, because they saw a lot of brothers that they have a big smile dealing with these Asian women than them. Supposedly this brother will deal with them, but brothers choose to go to other countries dealing with these Asian women, and now they get furious about that. So I don't know why they act such a weird.
Yeah, it's like this. They talk bad about us and treat us a certain way out there, but then when we leave, then they want to talk bad about us.
Yeah.
So I just say let them talk. Let them talk. Let them talk, because what happens is there will be a lot of the women out there single and by themselves. So you know,
Yeah, because here's they're not really think about that, because look, why this man spending his money to go in other countries, just to find a good mate than them. So it's kind of a, of course they have also, they have also to think, wait, so it means that we're getting bad, getting bad in bad. So they never think that. So it's just like, Frank, Frank when watch, other channel when it comes to that, password bro. It's just like, oh my God, when I hear their voice, I can't stand watching, watching Frank about, the way that they talk about, men. Oh my God, Frank, sorry to say this, but I can't stay. I can't stay. I have to leave.
Yeah, yeah. It's because also too we don't want to iron skillet going across our head either.
So crazy. Hi, Kuya Joey. Page, thank you for coming, Joey. Okay, so let's proceed to the next question. What food or drink that you have had here that you really liked, that you think people in your city might like to try at a restaurant or a snack?
I actually like as far as food, I like the dynamite shrimp. I like the lumpia.
Mm,
Um, I'm not really I really not into the pancit. You know,
okay.
I don't really like that too much. But I do like the lumpia. I like
Mhm.
the caldereta,
Okay.
and what else? Chicken adobo, of course. I like
Mm.
fish soup. There's so many different foods. I mean, there's a lot that I like. Now, as far as a snack, like the sweet thing, I like the leche flan.
Oh, you like a leche flan?
I like that. That's like the number one for me. If it's
Mm.
made right, because I've had some that taste like chicken and dumpling dough. You
Yeah,
know, the
it's
dough
according,
was the stuff wasn't. It didn't have all the ingredients or something,
Mhm.
and it just wasn't good. But if it's made right, that's my favorite right there. And also I had some blue. It was like a, I don't know. It was like a purple ubalaya, I think they call it.
That's halaya, halaya. That's ubi jam.
Yeah, it was like a pudding, but I couldn't do that one.
Well, yeah, yeah, that's
I didn't.
ubi. They put also that on the, the halo halo,
It's another one I don't like. I
the
can't
halo
do that.
halo.
I can't do the hollow hollow. It's a just the concept of cornflakes on ice cream with those little square jello things. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I know it's traditional, and I don't want to disrespect the traditional thing. It's just like I tried to taste it a couple times, and it's just not my taste for me. But I know it's big here, and a lot of people love it. I have a
Yeah.
friend. He loves it. I went with him. Where did I go? I was with him in Makati, and we had some halo halo for the first time. And then no, I take that back. We went to Boracay, and he bought some halo halo, and he offered it to me for the first time. And I tried it. I didn't like it, and he ate mine because he loves it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Because
then
I think that's, the weather, it's hot. A lot of, a lot
yeah,
of Filipino like halo halo.
yeah, and I tried it again because maybe it was different over there. Let me try it over here again. I tried it over here in Lapu Lapu at the al fresco. Same
Mm-hmm.
taste. It's the same taste, and I can't get into the halo halo.
Okay. Okay, let me read this about question of foods. Can a person get fat from OB halaya? Yes, it is, because that's carbohydrates. foods, but you don't have to eat just just sit on the table and eat the whole jar. Actually, we Filipino use that as a dessert. You know.
What's up, POB? What's up?
Okay, so next question, Karen. Okay, can you cook?
Of course, I can.
Okay,
I
so
can. I'll make a good meal. I sure can.
okay, what kind of dish that you love to cook? That's the
I like baked chicken with broccoli. I eat a lot of mostly healthy stuff. I don't eat a lot of junk. You know,
Mhm.
I have snacks and stuff, but I try to stay away from it because it just puts weight on you, and it makes no sense. Excuse me. It makes no sense to be in the gym every other day and you stuffing yourself with a lot of junk stuff. So I most of my stuff I eat is like a vegetable. You know, I don't eat a lot of stuff. Or if I do eat it, it's like the size of the palm of my hand, you know, fit in my hand.
just small amount only.
Small amounts, yeah. Because I can get real fat quick, especially if I ate some McDonald's hamburgers or something like that. The weight comes on fast.
Okay. Oh, by the way, you mentioned you love baked chicken. Have you tried, to make lechon chicken?
Like rotisserie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did that like 2 days ago in my oven. It has a rotisserie on there,
Okay. So
and
what?
it was so
Because
good.
my style, my roast chicken. So I just use lemongrass and then leeks. And
Hmm.
but I have to marinate overnight. Oh my God, that's really good.
So I'm gonna tell you how I do it. I just take Lowry seasoned salt that I brought from the states,
Oh, we
and
don't we don't have that.
at you can get it at Landers.
Oh yeah, they have.
They
Well,
have
because
it.
there's a Landers here, but it's too far from Paranaque going to. That's from Alabang, so it's quite far. So
They
that's
have
the
it
only Landers.
Landers. They have the Lowry seasoned salt, and I don't know if Jane is still on here, but I know she likes to cook because I look at her channel. So Lowry seasoned salt. I don't know if she ever tasted, but it is a really really good seasoning for your food. And I use that. I stuff the inside of the chicken, the outside, and then I put um, I have what is this other stuff? It's oh it's in the kitchen right now, but it goes with the seasoned salt. It's in a Frank knows it's in a green can shaker. Um, it's not lemon pepper, but it's another season. It's two seasons that you put on it, and you put it in there. Once it's roasting, then you pour butter across the chicken, and it comes out like super tender after like 60 minutes, like an hour and 10 minutes. It's done, and it's golden brown, and it's like so good. It's like lechon.
Oh yeah, because me, that's one thing that we avoid also eating, greasy food. So I always do bake, even fish. I don't fry, I just bake that.
Bake it,
So
yeah.
yeah, it's good. So yeah, that's
Oh,
the
it's
okay. Go ahead.
called garlic salt. Garlic salt.
Garlic salt.
They sell
Oh
that at
my good.
Landers also.
Oh. Maybe one day we can go. I'm gonna tell to Frank to go to Landers, quite far. Quite from. So if we're gonna ride on the motorcycle, it might 2 hours. 2 hours. It depends if it's traffic. It might go 3 hours.
Yeah.
But they have, just only. But SNR here, so many branches that you can go around. But
Yeah.
Landers, that's only in Alabang.
Yeah.
So okay, that's that's nice. That's nice to hear from you that you're very careful about the the food that you eat.
Yeah, I try to be. I try to be.
Yeah. Okay. So next question. Uh, have you had chance to date a Filipina since you've been here?
Since I've been here, no,
No. Okay.
no.
So we're gonna escape that. We don't want to. I know that the Fifth Amendment. The Fifth Amendment. Okay, I understand that. Okay, so
No,
let's start to the next
no.
question.
It's okay. I'll be. Let me see. How can I say this? Because you know how it is when people see your vlogs and then they start putting things. They start putting things together that's not true.
Mm-hmm.
So if you say that you are, then they start adding stuff to it. If you say that you're not, then they say, "Oh, you don't like
They,
girls and stuff."
it suddenly, the viewers change. The change, and then instead that they always watching you, they change. But yeah, I understand. I understand your point. Okay.
Yeah, it's just it's like I don't know. Okay, like I would say like this: if I was in a relationship, I look at the Filipina P sometimes, and I look at her. Nobody knows what's going on with her.
Yeah,
Nobody.
exactly.
And I'm pretty sure that there's somebody there, but nobody
Oh
knows.
yeah,
And
yeah.
and the reason why she's doing that is because it's for two reasons. I think it's because she wants to protect the person
Mm-hmm.
that's in there, because then people start shooting things at that person or whatever. And it's like, if you are in a relationship with somebody, I think that nobody needs to know what you're doing in your personal life like that, unless you're a married couple. And I'm not married, but
Yeah.
if you're a married couple, then of course, if you want to put, if you want to know, if you want to put that out there, yeah, everybody, that's fine because you're married. But if you're not married, I think that
It's kind of a hard, it's
it's
kind of
kind of
a
it's kind
hard.
of it's kind of hard, because then people start ridicule you. They start, saying all kind of stuff, or they start adding conclusions like, oh, he got 20 girlfriends, or he got 30 girlfriends, or he's a playboy, he's living by himself, he's doing all this kind of stuff, just things like that. So it's like this: I'm a mystery.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I understand that. Okay, so let's proceed to the next question. In your travels, have you seen or place that you might want to move to?
That I would like to move to or just visit.
Move.
um Let me
Not
see.
yet, so far.
Not yet so far, yeah. Not yet. um yeah, not yet. So many
Okay.
places to go to.
Yeah. Okay, so I understand. So let's proceed to the, to the next question. Do you know of any kind of business in your city that would be a good in Cebu City?
I think so, yeah. I think if we had if we had a Subway sandwich, I think that'd be a good business. And also, if we had a stand that sold American food, like
Yeah.
like real burritos, tacos, cheese toast, things like that. People would love that, because if they never tried it, if they do try it, I'm pretty sure they're gonna like it. They're gonna like it, and I think that it will sell.
Yeah, that's one thing also that you mentioned about soul food. I really want that, but the problem is we don't have colored greens here. Because if if there's no colored greens, oh my God, it's not complete. It's not
Have you
complete.
tasted?
So
You taste that before?
no, no, I never. Because I asked Frank, how does it taste? I'm very ignorant when it comes to the color. Because I thought that we have that. Frank described. So I thought that's a kale. But he said no, it's not. The colored green is is not. So we
No.
don't have that. We don't grow that colored greens.
Yeah, it's collard greens and all that stuff is good food. I mean, my mom and my family they make all that stuff. You put a piece of pork in the collard greens and it marinates into the flavor of the greens. But that food give you the itis, and Frank knows what I'm talking about.
Frank.
It it makes you sleepy, and it's like after you eat it, it does something where it makes you sleepy and it makes you kind of just want to lay on the couch and go to sleep. So it's good food though. Don't get me wrong. Like on the holidays, I will eat it because I do like it. But yeah, they don't have it here, and it's really really good. Greens, you know, ham hock,
Cornbread.
cornbread. You making me hungry right now.
That's and then I try to also because I know how to make cornbread, smattered pork chop, and then fry green tomato,
Yes.
southern style, because I tried that. Oh my God, the problem here, we don't have a big green tomato. I just try,
Oh
the
yeah,
small one, but it's good. I love the fried green tomato. It's good.
yeah. That's cool. That's really good.
So that's
Mm.
that's
Let me step away for a second so I get my charger real quick because this thing I don't want it to go out on me real quick. Give me like 2 seconds.
okay. Sure, sure. Take your time. Okay, let me read. Hello, Morse in the Sari store. Thank you for coming. Okay, I'm gonna read your comment. Very busy in life here in Bukid. To my store and my pets, family. Thanks for asking, Kuya Joey. Okay. So, guys, for those who wants to ask question from me or for my guests, feel free. Feel free to ask question. So make a loud shout out to 11 millions on the live in the live chat. So guys, don't forget, for those not yet subscribed to 53 Shades Darker in the Philippines, so please subscribe on the channel. Okay, I'll give you jacket, Mars,
Okay, I'm back.
and also Kuya Joey. Okay, thank you, Puts. Yeah, that's one thing that when it comes to black soul food, we don't have, even though here in Metro Manila. Oh, what's what's wrong? What happened? What happened, Karen? Okay. You drop
The,
your phone.
the phone fell off. Sorry about that. The phone fell off the table.
Okay. It's okay. So I mentioned that that's one thing that before before the phone is dropped, I mentioned about that. That's a good idea. To put up a business
Mm-hmm.
in other other city outside Metro Manila, because even here in Metro Manila I never find black soul food here. They don't.
They don't, because I
Yeah.
think because it's not a lot of, maybe because the market is for them is not a lot of blacks there, so it's not big enough for the market. Maybe that's why.
But now this is what I noticed. There's a lot, there's a lot of, black people coming over here. Even though here in my, in my area, I saw a lot, I saw a lot of black
Really?
people.
Oh wow. Are you? I mean,
Yeah.
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 Everybody's getting the message.
Yeah. And then, me and Frank, sometimes, we have a date, Monday and Tuesday. That's our date. We eat in the pancake house for breakfast. And sometimes
Yeah.
Franks, meet some black people. And this is one thing that I can, I thought that all black people are American before, before. But now, especially now that I'm married, to black American, I can tell once they talk, once they
Oh
talk, I
yeah.
can tell. Oh,
Yeah.
but I have I have a thought process that before that all black are American, but it's not. So once they talk, I can tell this man is American, or African, or Nigerian. There's a
Yeah.
lot, there's a lot of black people here.
Yeah. Some people, like, I've heard before, like some people, they ask me, "Are you African?" It's because my complexion. I'm a dark skinned guy, so they think as soon as they hear me start talking, then they know, oh no, he's not. But me, I can tell a Nigerian from a Black American just by looking at the way they dress,
Yeah.
and facial features too. Also, their facial features are a lot different. Their bone structure is a little more stronger than ours, I think.
Yeah.
So, but I'm pretty sure if I went down there and I start saying something like, "You go up the hill, you do this," people would think that I'm African. You
Yeah,
know,
the accent,
the
you know,
accent.
yeah.
But yeah, there's some pretty cool Nigerians. I know a few people that I talk to that are pretty cool guys. Actually, there's a guy that's in my. He's not Nigerian, but I think he's from the islands, Jamaica somewhere, and he actually owns one of the condos here also, and he owns three restaurants across the street where there's shops and things like that. He owns a bunch of businesses, and he has one in Manila also, and he's only 38 years old. So
Okay.
he's pretty up there, financially, I guess. But really nice guy, young guy too.
Okay. So let me read this from a Kuya Jui page. Black soul food is southern food casseroles need to introduce to the Filipinos. Yeah.
What happened?
He said that black soul food is southern food is need to introduce to Filipinos.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good idea. It's just that
Yeah.
I believe that, like the greens, I don't
Mm.
know if the weather here will permit it. So the stuff would have to be imported. You know, that's the only problem. But yeah, if there was a soul food, like just say like you had a soul food restaurant here, I think it'd get pretty good business because that's gonna make a lot of people. It puts weight on you too.
Yeah.
Puts
Well,
weight
I'm
on
just,
you.
I just, I really want also, I'm looking for the seeds of colored green because I try to grow that. So probably because, in Baguio City, they have a nice weather, cool weather. So I think, the colored greens can able, to grow in Baguio City. Okay, so let's proceed to next question. Okay, so is there anything that you can do in United States that you can't do here in the Philippines?
Yes, because I'm a retired police officer, I can carry my concealed weapon. Here, we can't even carry something to protect ourselves as foreigners, which I think that I don't agree with that, but that's how it is.
Yeah, I think that, for foreigner, I think, is that Frank? I think, foreigner cannot allowed to buy ammunition here.
No, you can't.
Yeah,
You can't do anything. You can't protect yourself. You can't have
yeah.
something to protect yourself. And I think that if anybody is more vulnerable to attack, it's probably going to be a foreigner. So I
Mm-hmm,
think now I don't think that all foreigners should be able to, because you don't want that. You don't want a US in the Philippines. But I believe that certain people, like police officers, maybe ex-military, like that, should, just in case, because most of your military people, not all, but I'm saying most, um, they are going to be responsible, and your police, they're going to be responsible, but not everybody. I think certain people
yeah.
should.
Yeah,
That's
there's
just
there's a certain, there's a certain thing that, like, buying, property, like, you want to own your land. You can't, you can't, unless, unless you marry to a Filipino citizen.
yes,
Well, it's still, example, if me and Frank, we decided to buy a land, the name
yes,
of that land, it's, it's not on him, okay, but it's on me. That's, that's the law. But, for foreign, yeah, you can buy, like condo unit, they
yeah,
allow that. But, when it comes to land, that's, that's it, it's, they don't allow that, they don't allow. And also, like, buying ammunition, and I can buy, I can buy, to protect my, but, it's not as really, reasonable that, they don't allow. Because, Frank told me that in the States, you comply all the requirements, you can buy, you can buy ammunition.
yeah.
Me,
I
I
mean,
can buy.
even people that come from foreign countries, they go to the U.S., they can buy stuff. They can buy things. There's like hard, if you have the money, they don't care.
Hmm.
They'll let you buy it. But you can't go to no other country and do that same thing. But only in America you can go there if you have $1 million and you from Russia, you can go and buy something in the U.S. But I understand why that's done. I do understand why that's done, because there's some greedy Americans. They'll buy up everything, and then they'll buy up all the places, and it'll be, it will take away from the Filipino people. So I understand why they do that. It's a tactic to keep everything, uh, owned by the Filipinos, which is, I understand that.
Yeah, but, it's just like, now that, I realize that no, that's not really, that's unfair. Because, here's the thing: if something happened to me, if I buy land, if something happened to me, of course we'll go to my, my husband. And then, my husband cannot, cannot own that, the land. You cannot really preserve that land, so he has to sold that. He has to sold that. And you cannot really own. That's, that's one thing that, it's unfair. It's unfair also for those, foreign people that, they reside here in the Philippines, that they can't, they can't really own that rights, to have a land.
But think about it, like I said, think about it on this level. The Philippines is really is I mean, you got when you compare the United States to the Philippines, small. So
Yeah,
you have some greedy billionaires or trillionaires in the United States. They will buy, if they allowed it, they will buy the Philippines out. And guess what?
yeah,
You, it wouldn't be the Philippines anymore. It'd be owned by Americans. They don't want that.
mm,
That's the reason. So they're trying to preserve the country because greedy people with money will buy the place up like this.
yeah,
There's people that have money like if you take a bag of rice and dip your hand in there, that's how much money they have in millions per grain of rice over there. And they'll
yeah,
just throw the money to the people and say, here's $4 million or here's this. And then now they have this part and it's theirs. They'll start expanding before you know it. They they bought up everything. So I think it's to me, I think it's okay because people will it need to be preserved. It does.
yeah. That's one thing that, for those, just like here, there's only 50 top Filipino that can, avail, things that, they have in the society. Just, the crumbs that, some people, they get, but, that crumbs that they get, they have a hard time, to get that crumbs. So that's, I agree what you said. Greedy people are,
Greedy. Yeah.
yeah, greed.
Yeah. I mean, I think
So
that they can adjust the stuff about if you're married to somebody, they can make it a little better, but where you get a little the husband can get a little something, but I don't think they'll ever do it because of that.
yeah. Okay, let me welcome Mexico Marco. Thank you for coming, sis. So don't forget to subscribe. 53 Shades. Okay.
Please, please subscribe.
Yeah, because he's almost to reach the 1K, so that,
I'm almost there.
50. Yeah.
It's getting hot
So, it really affect, the hot seat.
in.
Oh my goodness.
The hot seat is really affecting me right now. This seat is like getting really hot. I'm gonna have to take my shirt off in a minute.
Okay, so let's proceed to next question. Which country do you feel safest, in the Philippines or US?
Oh, here for
Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
Here for sure. Yes.
Yeah, that's one thing that, Frank always tell, his brothers and, his relatives, that as long as you're not doing, against the law, nobody stopped you. Nobody stop you if you drive on the, sports car, or, luxurious car. Nobody stopped you. But, Frank told me, in the state, automatically they will stop you, because, they think that, uh you're a drug dealer, or whatever they call that. So, but here, as long as, you follow the laws, you're doing good here.
Yeah. When I see the police here, they all waving and saying hi.
Hmm.
But I would say in the U.S. I've never really had any trouble with the police. I mean, my license plate was confidential, so when they ran my license plate, they already knew who I was. So I never really had any problems with the police. And plus, over there, I followed the rules. If they tell me to do something, I did it.
Hmm.
But still, here, I don't have any problems with with the police looking at me all crazy and stuff like that, or even anything. So that's why. And like Frank said, if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you're not doing nothing bad. You're not gonna have any problems.
Yeah. That I agree with that. But sometimes my people, okay, for those, don't really believe, because there's a lot of con people, that try to scam you.
Yeah,
There's a lot of vloggers, there's a lot of vloggers that my people scam. So I don't know if you're watching that. There's a Australian man. He was scammed because he ride on the trike. So they agree that the cost of the ride is 50 pesos, and then once they almost to to the place that he really wants to go, it's suddenly the trike get broke, and then the driver asked for 550. So have you heard that kind of case?
I've had a couple people do me that, but I mean it happens. It happens. I've had a taxi take me around and around like a merry-go-round to get to the same spot.
So yeah,
So
you have be too careful about that. And then they adjust, they adjust, the meter, that the meter goes so fast.
yes,
So be careful, because I can't guarantee you that, well, like I said, that they're not all, but some,
yeah, yeah.
you have to
Well,
be.
when I was in Boracay, I had a guy. This guy, he charged me like 8,000 or 9,000 pesos for a fish.
My
So
goodness.
yeah, and that was my first time going to Boracay, and
So you bought it?
yeah, because I didn't know.
Oh,
It
Jesus,
was
that's.
like it was like 8,000. It was like 8 or 9,000 pesos for some fish, and
Mm,
he was so shocked that I was about to give him the money. The way he was looking at me, like he's really gonna give it to me. And I mean, people have their hustle. It's like he probably need the money more than I did, and
mhm,
a lot of the guys around here, they run their little hustle,
mhm.
and it's like for me, it's like I know what they're doing, but maybe they need the money more than I do, and the amount of money that is for is like not it's like really nothing, So if I see that it's really too big of a thing, then I won't do it. But you know,
Yeah,
you're gonna get people that's gonna do that kind of stuff because once they see you coming as a foreigner coming around that corner, the price
they
goes
keep
up.
doing.
The
They
price
keep
goes up.
doing.
Yeah. So I know a lady tried for my vlogger stick, the vlogging stick that I use. She ran the price up high, and then I went right around the
Hmm.
corner, and the price was like 3 times lower. And I asked everybody around, how much does this thing normally cost? And they were like, oh, that's like 120 pesos, and the lady wanted to charge me like 400 pesos for it. So
Jesus Christ.
she seen foreigner coming, and then tried to get me. So, but it's
Yeah.
okay. It's I mean it's all right.
Okay, so there's a question from Kuya Joey page. Uh, do you speak Tagalog, or you learn Tagalog or Bisaya?
Um, I don't know. I know a little. I know just some little words like kamusta ka, you know,
Mayong
like
buntag.
yeah, mayin buntag, mayin hapon, um, just some of the simple words, um, here and there. But
Mm,
eventually, before I leave, I want to be able to know it, to speak it.
yeah,
So
you can You can learn a little by little.
Yeah, little by little. Yeah. So I'm trying. I wanna be able to pick up the language, so I can be able to answer people back and talk. Because I know somebody that speaks it really good.
Yeah, the Kuya Joey page, he's a white American. He can speak good Tagalog. He learned that. He learned because he
How long
married
did
to a Filipino.
ask him? How long did it take him to learn?
Okay. Joey, how long you take long to learn Tagalog or Bisaya word? Language, I mean.
And where's he from?
I think he is from Alabama. Yeah, he's from Alabama. But you know what? This is when it's so funny because Frank, I also I teach him also my not only Tagalog in my 6 months. He said 6 months
Oh, wow. 6 months. That's really good.
conversational. Okay, he said 6 months to be conversational, 6 years to learn Tagalog, 4 years to learn Bisaya. Yeah, that's take long, just like I mentioned, Karen, that you have to learn little by little, that always remember the word. You cannot really learn the whole word, but you learn time to time, and then you always remember that.
Yeah, yeah. So it's just when I hear you guys talking back and forth to each other, it's like when I was in Germany, it's almost like you guys are arguing with each other. So all I hear is it's like boom, and I'm like, wow, how do they understand that? How do they understand that? It's like I can't make no sense of it, but it's like interesting, very interesting to learn because a lot of people like how I'm talking to you. I don't talk like this to my sisters and my family. I talk it's more it's sped up. It's more faster and a lot of people they won't understand it. Like you probably wouldn't understand me talking to my family because I'm talking to you slow so you can understand a little better. But when I talk to them, it's on a fast pace.
Yeah, that's one thing, that once I talk to my brother in laws, I tell to Frank, please tell to them that they have to
Slow
speak
down.
slow. I can't, I can't understand, Karen. I just ask, Frank, please tell them to speak slow, because I can't understand. I
Yeah,
can't.
it's like that. It's like that with English, but somebody that's like if I was talking to probably was Kuya Joey, he probably understand the fast too, because
Hmm.
he's an American. He's American, right?
Yeah, he's American.
Yeah, he would understand me if I was talking fast. Probably, most likely he would. But like a person from the Philippines, they would say, "Slow down, you're going too fast." But to us, it's normal. That's just how
Yeah.
it is. Like
And
you
then
guys.
yeah, it's just like me also, that sometimes I don't understand what Frank talking. He's try not to use the high words, English, American English, and then he don't really use the slang words, because I don't understand. I think that's literal, but the meaning it's different. So I learn a little, some
Now Spanish.
some slang
Now,
words.
now Spanish. I speak Spanish pretty good,
Wow,
and
that's
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 because in the United States there's a lot of Hispanics. So I grew up
mm,
with a lot of Hispanics, and I learned their language just listening to them.
yeah. I can understand a little, Spanish, because some Tagalog word we get that from Spanish, Spanish word. So, but some, they can speak, fluent Spanish.
Yes.
British English will mess you up when speaking fast. Oh yeah, because puts this is one thing when it comes to British English. There murder some letters about when they speak, especially if there's a R. You can't hear the sound of R. Just from the tip of the sounds of R.
Right.
So, and me also, sometimes Frank don't understand me because I speak American English, but my accent is Tagalog. That's so funny. So I don't know. Once when I ask him a question, and then he will ask me, say it again, sweetheart. Oh my God, I know that he don't understand my question.
Yeah. It takes a little
I tried.
time.
Yeah, I try to use small words. Yeah, I try to teach Frank, but he said that the old dog. What do you call that, Frank? The It's so hard to
Teach
give.
your old dog new tricks.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
that's what he meant. Because this is the thing that I also look at this. Learning other language, you might save other people's lives. So if there's something, do a crime, and the only thing that you can communicate with the people that you can, like if it's happened that in Philippines, like in Cebu City,
Okay.
nobody can speak that. Example, if you speak Spanish, but if there's a person there can speak Spanish, you can communicate to save people's life. So that's
Right.
one thing also that I really want to learn some other language. Actually, here in the Philippines, that English, American English, and Tagalog, we learn that in school. That's given. That's
Yeah.
given. And then we have so many dialect. I can speak Cebuano, or Visaya, and then I have also my own dialect. We call that Hiligaynon. So I can speak two or three dialect, except the two language, English, American English, and Tagalog.
Yeah. That's good. That's real
Okay,
good.
let me read this to Kuya Joey page. I learned Tagalog and Visaya so that my wife would not sell me. Oh, that's the that's just the reason. Okay, so next question. Why do women in the West think a man should a lot of money on the first date? What do you think about that, Karen?
Why should a man
Okay,
spend a lot of?
my question: why do women in the West think that a man should a lot of money on the first date? What do you think?
I think I think because they're just like, I don't know, greedy, greedy or materialistic. They just, their expectations is just like, you know if you don't spend the certain amount of money, then they don't want to talk to you, I guess.
Yeah, maybe because they're not really into that, like Filipina, we Filipina, if you're gonna ask a date and you bring us, to McDonald's or the street food, we're okay about that. We're okay. For regular Filipina, okay. But there's a certain rich Filipina that they have also standard for that. But I'm talking about for regular Filipina. If you bring me, to McDonald's, eating, cheeseburger, fries, or chicken, we're good. We're very happy about that. If you
Okay,
bring us,
let me ask you this.
okay.
Let me ask you this. So, if you never had $1 million in your
Hmm,
life, you don't
okay.
know how it feels to have that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you have $1 million in your hands and you see all the things that $1 million can do, this is just a variable that I'm using here. When you
Okay.
see what $1 million can do and what it can do for you, then it changes the dynamics. So what I mean
Mm.
by that is, and I'm not saying everybody's like that, because there's some Filipinos that keep that core Filipino value, and that
Yeah.
those Filipino values where they're not into that. But there's some women that once once they experience that,
Mm-hmm.
then
They
they
changed.
all their eyes are open to stuff. So that's why they say never bring your woman to the United States, because if you are satisfied with McDonald's or Jollibees, it's because you never seen the other 99,000 restaurants that are very, very good and tasty.
Mm-hmm.
So if you only seen excuse me, if you only seen McDonald's or Jollibee, just say those two places in your area, and you only been seeing that for 20 years of your life, or just say 15 years of your life, and now I open up door number two and bring you into door number two, and you see thousands of McDonald's, or not thousands of McDonald's, but thousands of places that are like McDonald's, but 10 times better.
Mm-hmm.
So now your eyes are open to react like, wow, this is here. So this is why the people think if you're used to having the simple stuff, you don't know what it's like to have the other stuff. So people change because now they're seeing, oh my God, this, like, look at all this. It's so many places to do, it's so many things to eat, so many things to try. Now I don't care about that one little McDonald's place. So then their attitudes kind of start changing, and that's what happens because a lot of women here, they've never seen the other stuff. They've never seen the big door. So
Okay. Yeah.
when they go into that big door, now they start changing because they have options.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I understand it.
So
So,
that's
okay. So in my case, so this is what happened to me because I'm used to dealing with like going to a small like McDonald's, Jollibee, Burger King, and one time Frank invite me, bring me, that's our first dinner date, and I have no idea about the Wolfgang. So it's just like when I go there, it's just I don't know what because I'm very I'm very innocent when it comes to that because like you said I'm used of that. So when I go to to the big second door, it's just wow. I am so amazed, the food, the ambience, and the and the service that they gave us. But you know what, Karen, I never think that okay, I want to go this in the next time. The one thing that I told Frank, to be honest with you, I appreciate your effort, to bring me to those kind of fancy fancy thing or fancy restaurant, but I don't really appreciate because when I saw the the bills, I told him, Frank, this is the first and last. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. That's the thing that here's so funny. Karen, I'm just I don't know for those women, but this is how this is this is me. This is me. If there's my birthday, our anniversary, Frank tells me, "Where do you want to go, sweetheart? We gonna go to the hotel and we have a breakfast." And I told him no because I can see, the thing, because my life changed. But no, I told Frank, I have a suggestion for you. Is that okay for you? I asked him, what do you want to eat? The food that you love to eat. And then he told me this is, and then I told him that, I have a suggestion. Let's go to the supermarket and buy those stuff, and then I will cook. I'm good. I'm good. I don't need that. I don't need that. The important is, that we enjoy the things. I know the feeling, but I'm not into that. Just no. I'm not really into that. Maybe some Filipina, yeah, I agree. Some Filipina, they change,
They changed.
especially especially when they get married to a young Filipina. Okay, young Filipina. So they're very, I understand what you said, that they just stay on the small village. Once they, once they move outside the village and they saw something, wow, this is fantastic. So they
You
start, they start change, especially if they dealing with, with dealing with women that, the mindset is more into that, more a lavish thing, and they not really into the, if they're married and not really into the relation with their, with their partner, they're gonna change. They're
you
gonna
know
change. It's,
you know what I call that? I call
mhm,
that going when I see the people that do that, the girls that do that, I call it they went Hollywood. That's what I
mhm,
call it. They acting all Hollywood now because I have a friend, a partner, one of my office a coworker of mine. He's still working. His wife is from Mindanao, and she been in the U.S. for 14 years. They've been married for 14 years, and
yeah.
they was just here recently, but she's gone Hollywood. So
Oh yeah.
meaning her eyes are open to everything. And then when you see
Mhm,
her, she has all the Louis Vuitton, she has all this
mhm,
make, all this stuff. She's
yeah.
dressing all this, and she acts like she's never been to Mindanao in her life
Mhm,
before. And when she comes here, she looks at people like look. She looks different to them. You know what I mean?
mhm,
And it's because she didn't. She got to the U.S. and she went
yeah.
Hollywood because they own like three houses. They're pretty well off. I think he made like $270,000 last year. That he just sent me his showed me how much he made last year, and I'm like, dude, I don't care about that. I left that job. It's not all about money, a lot of times, and she's all Hollywood, and her eyes are open to the fancy restaurants, all the stores, all the shopping malls. I mean, don't get me wrong, all that stuff is
Yeah.
nice. It's nice to have. The food is
Yeah.
expensive. The restaurants, you get treated with elegance at a lot of places, depending on how much you spend. You
Mhm,
get the nice stuff. Everything is nice, and the bill is high, but it is nice. They do treat you like when you spend money, you get all the good stuff. So that's what happens. People they get and they see that stuff, and the girls they see that, and they change, totally change. They forget about where they came from. And me personally, I would rather have a girl that's humble, that enjoy the small things,
yeah.
you know, because it's humbling,
Mhm,
you know.
that's right. Yeah, it's just like for me, for me it's nice also, to go on the fancy places, but don't make it as a habit. Women love shopping, but don't make it a habit that all the money is gonna go on your shopping thing, on your, on the luxurious thing that you really want. Because I always tell to Frank that I don't, especially when it comes to manicure on,
Hmm.
I just spend money. I buy things that I need. I don't want to buy things that I want. Okay. I always do that, buy things that I need,
Yeah.
because I can buy things that I want. Actually, Frankie always tells me, "Oh, sweetheart, you need to go to the salon." But I just tell him, "No, Frank, just give me, money. I'll buy things that I'm gonna do that for myself because I tell him, going to the to the salon to maintain my hair. I can do that, because I'm really look into the savings money because I told him that, what, Frank, I'm very grateful that you share your money to me. I know you hard work for that money, to have that in your time. And so I'm grateful that you shared with me. So
Yeah.
I told him that, it's, all the money I have access, but Frank told me, no, sweetheart, we're married. That's our money. So I really, really appreciate that. So that's the reason why I'm not really into that. Women's love shopping, but
Yeah, of course.
there's a certain things that care on that I have. I don't really want to go things buy things that I want. Like I
Hmm.
mentioned that I go things that I need. So I gonna tell to Frank, I need this. He knows, he will give that to me because he knows that that's things that I need. That is
Yeah.
not the thing that I want. So actually, a lot of women, not only Filipina or Asian women, all women's are like that. Once they feel that, uh, you know, um, what do you call that? You know, relaxing in life, they
Hmm.
suddenly change, and then they forgot where they came from.
Where it came from. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's the problem, that once this is I'm not saying all Filipina, but majority of Filipina going to the States, they totally change and they think they know better than us. But we're Filipina. That's their mindset. They become a westernized. The
They do.
westernized. So it's
Real
just like,
fast.
yeah, when they come back here, and when they come back here in the Philippines, it's just like, they have attitude that shown to Filipina that I know better, I'm better than you.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that, well, I cannot blame some Western men that they tell that don't bring your wife or to the States, going back to the States, because they become Westernites. But I disagree also because
I
it
don't think
depends.
everybody. Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
all. I don't think all will do that. I don't
yeah.
think all will do that. I don't know if you've heard of Smoothly. Have you heard of Smoothly 64?
Nope.
Yeah, he's a vlogger. His wife is from actually from Lapu Lapu, and
Mm-hmm.
she was born here, and she's over there now. I kind of look at his channel because his wife is Filipina. She's from here, and
Okay.
he has a pretty decent show, but she seems like the type that she keeps her traditional Filipino values, and she got a job over there. I think she's a nurse now, and she doesn't seem like that type that is all into Hollywood type thing. And they're married. They have a beautiful daughter, and he talks about her life over there and stuff like that. Being a Filipino, and how she made the transition over there, and she doesn't act like that.
Mm-hmm.
She's working over there. He's working, and they have a nice house in They actually live in Las Vegas, so um, yeah. So some people don't do it, but then you get those ones, and I think mainly it's the younger ones, you
Yeah.
know. But the ones that and I'm not knocking
Mm-hmm.
all young
Yeah.
women. When I say young women, I'm talking about
Not
20.
all, but majority. Not
Yeah,
all, but
yeah.
majority.
Because there's some mature 20 to 25,
Yeah.
28, euros. But I'm saying like a lot of the younger girls, they do that, but the older women, 30 and up, you know, they pretty much will keep those values. So,
Yeah.
but it just depends on the individual person, I think.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's just like, that's one thing that, that's, that's especially for those, I do believe that, dealing with other people, it's also, it also affect why some, why some Filipino, they change, the environment that they uh deal with, it's kind of a, it's kind of a big changes for them, why, why they become
Yeah.
westernized. You have to be wise when it comes to picking a wife. Yeah, yes, Frank.
You know what? He could
What?
say that again. You have to be wise. You have to be wise, and you have to make sure. I mean, I don't know. It's just people are just so unpredictable, because
Mm-hmm.
even in the states, I had a relationship for a long time, like 15 years, and there were some things that happened that I didn't know about. So it's just hard to know. It's hard to know people, period. So it's like it's just tough. It's like almost the
Yeah.
luck of the draw. If you get somebody good, you're lucky. If you get somebody that's gonna be 100% with you, you're a lucky person. And if they are a good woman, then you're lucky. You're a lucky man. So and vice
Yeah.
versa. So you just never know. So, but there are some good people out there just waiting and looking for the right person.
Okay, so that's, that's okay, so let's proceed. This is the last question.
Uh oh. Hold
Okay,
on.
last
Let me get my rag first.
You're really
Okay.
sweet. Okay, so this is the last question, and then let's proceed, the rapid talk game. Do you think that the first date should be more about having fun or talking so that you can find out what you and the person have in common?
I do. I do.
Okay.
I think that it should be pretty much getting to know the person and seeing if you guys are compatible with stuff, stuff like that. First, like a first date, first time you go out, I don't
Mm-hmm.
think that you should jump in the sack. I think
Yeah.
that you should be trying to see if this person is compatible with you, you know.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I agree with that. So that, once, yeah, that's, that's one thing that, you have to talk first, and then, because, you can tell also how the person is, the way that, a person talk,
Yeah,
so you have some ideas that this person is, we have something in common.
right. Yeah, even though your mind might be thinking something different, but
Uh-huh.
I think you have to kind of withstand that and get to know the person, first, because you know you just have to make sure that you know first before you start doing anything. I think.
Okay. So thank you so much for, for answering all my questions that I
I
asked.
thought it was going to be something hotter than that,
Oh
but
my God. Uh,
you had me sweating right here. But that was easy. That was pretty easy.
okay. So I don't so I don't want, to, give you a hard time, to
Oh, you could have. You could have. That's fine.
okay. But okay, so let's proceed to our games. I have, two more, multiple choice. You choose one, and there's no explanation. All right.
Okay,
So are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Basketball or football?
Football.
Red wine or beer?
Red wine.
Lechon or steak?
I'm gonna say steak.
All right. Lights on, lights off.
I like the lights on because I want to see.
All right. Good. See, you hear that? He wants lights on. Okay. Dark skin, fair skin.
For a Filipina,
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
dark skin.
Okay. Career or travel?
Let's say travel.
Okay. Kiss or hug?
Kiss, of course.
You okay. Best time for happiness.
Being with the person that you really love.
Shave or trim?
What was that?
Shave or trim?
Shave or dream?
Trim, trim.
Oh, oh. Shave.
Okay. So, when the last time you feel macho or sexy?
Um, every day.
Okay. City or province?
I'm gonna have to say city.
Okay. Chocolate or happiness?
Happiness.
Describe yourself in one word.
Giving.
Okay, so that's all. Okay, Ron. So thank you so much for for having me in my show. So I give you a few minutes, to plug and promote your channel to our live chat viewers. So go ahead.
Okay, guys. Um, I think I'm at like 700, almost 800. I need 1,000 subscribers. And the reason why I want that 1,000 is because I become monetized. And the more that I become monetized, I give back to my town here in Lapu Lapu. At least 70% of all proceeds is going back into back into Lapu Lapu to help out with people. It's 53 shades darker in the Philippines. We do some good stuff over here, and we help out with a lot of things. And hope that I bring content to the people where they can enjoy some funny, some talks. I have a huddle, a weekly huddle, and just try to get together with people and make things fun. So 53 Shades Darker in the Philippines. Please subscribe, like, and share.
Okay, so uh, to all the viewers on the live chat, thank you so much, guys. Especially Frank and Poots. And thank you so much, 53 Shades Darker, having me in my show. So thank you so much and have a good day and more subscribers to come in your channel.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Okay, so let's gonna end this. Bye and bye everyone. Have a good day, everyone. Have a
Peace.
nice weekend. Bye.
Bye. Bye, Alam.
Paalam.